Good Monday evening to you, a March 23rd edition of Harp on Sports, The Bar. What are we going to do? Well, not that there was a ton amount of jovialness or things were exciting heading into the weekend. I did a podcast about a week ago called No Man's Land, as we officially had entered no man's land when it comes to sports. And we are in the midst of no man's land, a no man's land that elected officials can't seem to agree on, a no man's land that the public is antsy about, and quite frankly, a strange and bizarre time that's just going to get more and more ugly, more and more angry, more and more hostile. This last weekend, amongst many other things that I tried to get done, that I didn't necessarily get done, I went to the grocery store. This is just yesterday. This is Sunday. I went to the grocery store on Sunday. And driving down, heading to the grocery store, there's a park. There's probably about 30 people out there playing basketball. Like, people don't get it. They don't. Kids on spring break last week, they don't get it. They don't. Got people licking items in grocery stores. They don't get it. They don't. By the way, I would charge every single one of those people, every one of them, with attempted manslaughter. I don't know if you got it or not. You don't know if you got it or not. I'd charge them every single one of them with a felony of attempted manslaughter. Court date 6 months from now. So when all this blows over and we have 30, 40,000 dead Americans, you can look back at that and say, you thought that was funny? It's the only way you're going to stop it. The only way you're going to at least attempt to stop it. People think this is a joke. They don't. I saw a clever analogy on this with the Skittles. 100 Skittles. If I gave you a bag of Skittles and they had 100 in it and 4 of them would kill you, would you take a handful? You wouldn't do it. And that's what this is. Nobody's taking it seriously. I shouldn't say nobody. Some people are taking it seriously. The Olympics finally got their act together, banning the Olympics from this summer, going to push it back a year. And that's fine. It's fine that it's pushed back a year. It's fine that you're stir crazy. It's fine that you're angry. And that's the whole modus operandi of this individual podcast. A little coronavirus cause and effect. It's okay that you're upset. It's okay that you're mad. It's okay that you can't stand this. That's fine. Those things are fine. You should be upset. You should be angry. The thing is, don't be reckless when it comes to those things. Have the Lieutenant Governor of Texas coming out tonight saying, well, you know what? He's a noble man. Don't call him noble. He and some other senior citizens willing to die to get the economy back on track. Oh, come on. Knock that off. That's just dangerous. You have a party, and I'm not going to get too partisan when it comes to this. You get a party that's pro-life that's now asking people to die to keep the economy moving along. How reckless can you be? How dangerous can you be as a person? Told you 2 weeks ago, and I'm going to say this in every single podcast, that this was going to reveal the character of individuals. This was going to reveal the character of people that you listen to on a daily basis, people that you consume on a daily basis. You have Chuck Woolery, who people coming after me because I went after Chuck Woolery on Twitter because he said the Democratic Party wants this thing to go on and on and on. Yes, the Democratic Party wants people to die. Republicans don't want people to die. Well, maybe with the exception of the Lieutenant Governor of Texas. If it means stimulating the economy, people can die. Everybody just needs to take a step back here a little bit and realize that there's not going to be a short-term fix to this. We had over 100 Americans die today. And I keep seeing, well, in the grand scheme of things, in the grand scale, so many people die of this. So many people die of this. In the grand scheme of things, so many people die of this. All right, fine. I would love somebody politically to come out and say, hey, we only had 5,000 American troops die in the war on terror. Only 10,000 American troops have died. It's nothing compared to automobile accidents. Think about if somebody said that. It's true. It's true. But it doesn't matter if it's true. If you could prevent the loss of life, and if every American gets this, let's say you let the guard down, let the economy go, everybody get back and cracking here. Okay, well, you're going to lose hundreds of millions of dollars, if not billions of dollars, because people are going to be sick and going to miss work. You still don't have the supplies to keep up with it, which means your death rate is going to be higher. Well, speaking of that, why are we comparing overall cases compared to deaths? Shouldn't we be comparing the deaths to those that have recovered? Isn't that the comparison? How many people have died to how many recovered? It doesn't matter how many people get it. It matters whether you recover or not. If you recover, great. If you don't recover, we should be comparing the death rate to the amount of people that have recovered, not the death rate to the amount of people that have it. Isn't that the whole goal? Neither here nor there. Again, I'm not going to pretend like I'm Rick Perry from Texas. He says, well, I'm not a medical expert here, but I want to know why this drug. No, you're not a medical expert. What did he say? There are certain drugs that have effects that he's read up on. Fantastic. Great that you've read up on that. The next time I'm on a plane, I'm going to go in there and go, I'm not a pilot or anything, but you know what? I've watched a lot of movies on airplanes, and whether it's Airplane or Airport or United 93, I've watched a lot of Executive Decision. I've watched a lot of movies and have been very observant and a big fan of aviation. I watched Sully. You know what? Let's try this with the landing gear down and full throttle. Let's try it. I'm not a pilot, but I'm not an expert. But next time you hear somebody say I'm not an expert, but I'm not a doctor, but ignore them. Ignore whatever they say after that. Ignore it. Whatever comes out of their mouth after that, ignore it. I'm not an expert, but no, you're right. You're not done. Done. Not gonna listen anymore. Not out. I'm out. I'm not an expert. I'm not a doctor, but you're right. You're not. No. You're not. I'm out. Not going to listen to any more of this nonsense. So I just trying to absorb this over the course of the last 48 to 72 hours. And, you see that certain instances, and it's my career, it's my job, my livelihood's connected to it, but sports aren't that important right now. They're not. Getting you information, discussing things is important. Spoken word is important. Trying to keep you up to date on knowledge and what is taking place is important, but sports and games aren't that important. They're just not. They don't exist right now. This is not going to be over in 2 weeks. It's not going to be over in 4 weeks. You just got to take a step back and look at it from a realistic standpoint and what's going on in this country when it comes to the timeline and what is going on in this country in terms of infected as opposed to the test kits and how we can test. And you've got senators that are testing positive for it, but are also hanging out in the swimming pool. Nobody gets it. Nobody still grasps how this works. I get sick, and I'm hanging around 5 people. They're going to get sick. And those 5 people don't know they have it for 14 days, are going to give it to more people. And people still don't get this. We've been around this forever. We've known what flu season, sick, everything that is, at least smart, intelligent people. And, yeah, I see my home state of Indiana closed or is shutting down, except essential businesses are going to remain open. And those essential businesses are liquor stores and laundromats. 2 of them on there. What's that tell you? Still don't get it. The governor waited forever to close beaches. A bunch of people, spring breakers, got sick. Went back and took that stuff and spread it to everybody. And now what? Now those people are going to spread it to more people or have already spread it to more people. You're going to look back on this, look at decisive action that was taken by decisive people. And I still will reiterate this, and this is going to be the truth when all this is said and done. The foremost expert in this country when it comes to seeing how bad it was going to be in terms of leadership and doing the right thing was the National Basketball Association. The National Basketball Association was ahead of everybody else on this. The NBA. The NBA is more ahead of this than any governor, any senator, any congressman or woman. The NBA. Ahead of everyone. Ahead of everyone. So, there's that. Again, sports and sports role in this when it all, it's tough for me, and I'll watch things, and I watch free agency, and this trade takes place, and this guy signed here, and that guy signed there, and I watch, and I'm like, okay, I guess that, but I can't do that. I can't. I'm not going to dive into a 15-minute analysis on who's got the best defensive line. It's not me. Not right now. How can it be? And there's always been this premonition, this process, and this happened when you had African-American athletes taking a knee before football games and sporting events, and people saying, I don't want to see that. Sports is supposed to be a distraction. People would always tweet me that or email me that. Oh, you're talking about serious stuff now. Sports is supposed to be a distraction. Supposed to be a distraction. Well, guess what? Maybe you shouldn't be distracted. After 9/11, our lives changed, but the message, and I'll never forget this, the message still resonated. Go out and enjoy yourself. Still buy Christmas presents. Go out. Nobody had to sacrifice anything. Nobody had to sacrifice anything. A little bit longer wait in an airport. Right? A little bit longer wait in an airport. Now you got to take off your shoes. But that even took a year after that. Nobody had to really sacrifice anything. Go out and fly the friendly skies. Go out and do it. It's the most dangerous time ever. But go out and do all these things. Go out and do this. Go out and do that. Go ahead. Do it. Do it. Do it. Now you're being told not to do it. You don't know how to handle it. The biggest event, God forbid, and I hope it remains the biggest event for my life, September 11th, 2011. It is. Grandparents' generation, bombing of Pearl Harbor, World War II, D-Day. I guess my parents' generation would about be, I mean, not the everybody remembers where they were thing, but Kennedy, Vietnam, we all have those moments. And hopefully that moment's already taken place. Hopefully it has. But good gracious, we've never had to give up anything. People, it shows. You know what I've learned about, this is what I've learned about American people in the last 7 to 10 days. A, we don't understand what the word sacrifice is, and we know how to hoard. It's true. We sacrifice what? You've had to sit in your couch. You haven't had to do anything. I mean, we don't know how to handle it. I'm going to go play basketball. What? I saw somebody say the other day, yeah, it sucks. It's, bikini season's right around the corner. Ladies, I'm going to pick on you for a second. It sucks. I don't get to go to the gym, but the sooner no, damn it. Step back. Look. You can jog around the neighborhood. All those Kenyans and winning their Boston marathons, they didn't go to a gym. You can go outside. You're not banned from going outside. What? You can go do that. I thought late last week we kind of figured it out a little bit. I thought, okay, we're going in the right direction here. We really, really are, and we're not. We're not. We had to mandatory shut things down, and look, 100 people died today on Monday, March 23rd. More than this is just in America alone. That that number is going to be 120, 130 tomorrow. That number is going to be 200 on Wednesday, and it's going to go up and up and up and up and up. And a weekend. I need a distraction, man. Something's got to happen. What am I going to do without sports? I need a distraction. Maybe you shouldn't be distracted. Maybe you shouldn't be distracted. Maybe you should be listening to this. It's kind of important. Maybe distraction's not warranted right now. Maybe it's a serious time. I need a break. Well, okay, well, what type of break? I understand if you're going to work 60 minutes and different factories and different jobs have 10, 15-minute breaks built in, but you're still working the majority of the time. This whole thing, like after a week, I need a distraction. I can't handle this not doing anything. I need a distraction. And watching this, and again, hearing the lieutenant governor from Texas tonight saying, well, the older generation may just have to take one for the team here. And he doesn't want to be called noble, but go ahead and die. Put themselves at risk so the economy and the next generation can have something to look forward to. It's funny, nobody cares about recycling when it comes to the next generation, or polluting the planet when it comes to the next generation, or anything, use of fossil fuels for the next generation. But now all of a sudden we're concerned about the next generation. And you know what's funny about this? Concerned about the next generation. We're concerned about the future of America, concerned about the future of America. Okay, well then, why aren't programs and things in place then for kids out of college for job placement at a higher level? Why aren't there are more initiatives and programs in place to secure a better future. Everybody's full of it. I've said it for a long time, and look, I'm a capitalistic guy. I understand the importance of money. I do. But not at the expense of wiping out 10 million Americans. But some people, 20 million, cool? 30 million, cool? How many can we kill here? How many can die? Pro-life party, pro-lifers, how many people are we willing to wipe out here? Well, we're not going to have an America to come back to if this is... Well, then everybody's screwed because every country's going through it, aren't they? Except some that aren't posting numbers. I think Russia has 400 people that have tested positive, which is a joke. But we're all in this boat together. We are. Greed and guilt. Where I was on Friday, I'm not there on Monday. I'm not. And you kind of have to stop people from being people here. People are dangerous. They are. I don't care. Seriously. If I told you had a 50-50 chance of getting it, but I'd give you $50,000, would you do it? Probably would, wouldn't you? So, again, sports-related wise, not a lot on this one because there's not a lot of sports to talk about. There's nothing going on in free agency. It's okay. It's okay to be upset and stir crazy and angry and frustrated. I am. How couldn't you be? You wouldn't be a human if you weren't, but it's okay. It's okay to be those things. But sometimes, I always would sit there and tease people over the years, and I'll continue to do this. Certain things are big deals, certain things aren't. When people tell you they're hangry, I'm hangry. Oh, so now you're going to be rude and considerate to a bunch of people because you didn't eat a granola bar? You're going to be angry? You're going to be inconsiderate, rude, because you didn't have a sandwich? I'm hangry. How selfish is that? Think about how selfish that concept is. I see, like, okay, now I have to suffer and everybody has to be uncomfortable because you didn't get a cup of yogurt. Great. Fantastic. Well, it's kind of where this is. Look, I'm angry, I'm upset, I'm fired. Yeah, we all are there. We should be there. And it's okay that we're there. Coronavirus cause and effect. This happens, so we're locked in. It sucks. We don't get to do the things we want. But we weren't ready for this, and I don't know if anybody ever can be ready for it, and people are still hoarding toilet paper and still buying things, and I saw all the cereals gone. It's like, oh, my God, people. People have, oh, man. So, at this point, what's next? I don't know what's next. I don't. When I do one of these on Thursday, it's Monday night. When I crack off another one on Thursday, I don't know where we're going to be Thursday. I know eventually we'll get to a positive place, but as that death toll goes up and up and up, and people, oh, we got to do something about this. We're going to do something about this. I still think it's fascinating when it's all said and done. The National Basketball Association had the best plan. By the way, that was 11 days ago, 12 days ago that they shut things down. Seems like it's longer than that, doesn't it? 12 days ago, we were still think about that. 12 days ago, we were still doing things. The NBA was still playing. We still had sports. Everything was full effect. College basketball was still going on 12 days ago. Imagine where we're going to be in the next 12 days. So, extended stressful vacations. You're in your house. Yeah, I can't. This, for lack of a better term, sucks. It does. Can't go see people, can't talk to people, can't hang out, can't go out to eat, can't do any of those things that make us human. Can't. And this whole I need a distraction thing, read a book. The crazy thing is, and my one phone's being used to record this, we have the world's technology at our fingertips. Use it. Use it. And I always want this show, whether it's the Harp on Sports podcast, Harp on Sports Facebook, Twitter, I always want this to reflect the mood and the feeling of the people that consume it. And again, I hope it does that. There's sometimes I'm going to be very excited and fired up, and there's times I'm not going to be, and this is one of them. I mean, I look at it, and I could see that there's light at the end of the tunnel, and the forecast didn't call for sunshine. I can see that. I don't know what this is going to look like Thursday or Friday. I do. But in the immortal words of Rick Perry and every other elected official that seemingly is talking about this that has no clue about what's going on because they're not doctors. I'm not a doctor, but I'm a sportscaster, I'm a broadcaster, and I can tell you that I'm not a doctor, and I'm not going to try to pretend to be one. Continue to wash your hands. It's okay to have hand washing videos and memes and fun stuff. That's fine. That's fine. But don't go play basketball. You could really judge someone's character here the last few weeks. You can. And you're really going to judge it by the end of this week. I know, parents, homeschooling kids, not much fun. Both of my sisters have there's 4 kids in all under the age of 9, 8. Oh, God, I can only imagine how difficult that is. But you're just kind of keeping them alive. So, be a good person. Be a good person. Be a decent person. And I encourage all government officials and everybody involved. You got people licking things and pretending they have the coronavirus, arrest them. Arrest them. Now, charge them with felony, attempted manslaughter, set up the court date 6 months from now when all this is done. Nail them. It's not time to be screwing around. It's not. Be upset, be angry. Don't take it out on people, though. It's okay to have those feelings. You're not going to be happy all the time. You're not, and that's fine. It's fine that you're not going to be. It's fine. This sucks. It's terrible. It's no fun. It's awful. It's like waiting in line for something. It's awful. It's no fun. It's brutal. Brutal. Ever have a long drive or you miss a flight and you're stuck at the airport? Those things are brutal. And it's okay that it's brutal. It's okay. Ask yourself this. And again, you can pass this along to as many people as you want. Are my actions helping or hurting people? Not about you. Not about you. Are my actions helping or hurting people? Are my actions today going to help people or hurt people? And if you get an I don't care or an I don't know, you got your answer. So there we go. Harp on Sports, the bar. Not every trip to the bar is fun, is it? Not every trip to the bar is joyous. Not every trip to the bar features shots. So there we go. Enjoy your Monday, 23rd day of March, 2020. What's left of it. We'll circle back around and have another episode for you later on in the week. If you haven't subscribed to the Harp on Sports YouTube channel, please do so. Also, subscribe, share, subscribe, like, all those things at Harp on Sports Twitter, at Harp on Sports Instagram, Harp on Sports Facebook page. Like and share, share and like. I hope to have an announcement for you a week from today. A week from today of where I'm going to be moving, where I'm going to be doing my show. But as you can tell, it may not happen on the time frame that we thought it was going to happen on. As of today, Harp on Sports is still slated to debut, I think, 3 weeks from today. 4 weeks, a month from today. Exactly 1 month from today. It's expected to debut on the radio once again. Still on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that podcasting stuff. Oh, we're also Harp on Sports on iTunes now and Spotify. You can pretty much check it out anywhere. Please share, share, subscribe, all of those things. Enjoy your Monday evening. Again, coronavirus, cause and effect. It's okay to be angry and upset. It's okay to be bogged down by all of this. Sometimes, you have to take that calculus test. Sometimes it is painful. Ups and downs. Remember, life is about not doing what you want to do 70% of the time so you get to do what you want to do 30%. It's just one of those 70% times on steroids. Enjoy your Monday night. This has been Harp on Sports in the Bar.